2, 1. We are live. Actually, we're live at 2. No, not live at 2 o'clock. It's in live at 2 on the countdown. Either way, it's Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock. Oh, man. We also have DJ AJ in the building.
Hey.
What up?
Okay, so we're going to change this up a little bit. We have some news related to AEWs that we are going to say to use.
Yeah, AEW announced their second pay-per-view. It's called All Out. And it is going to be happening August 31st, the day after my birthday. Tickets sold out in 15 minutes. Sorry. Tickets sold out in 15 minutes. And I think the main event is Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley.
Kenny Omega, man. Yep, that's what I recall seeing. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's going to be awesome.
Bonkers.
Let's see here. I'm just trying to find out where it's happening. It's happening at the Sears Center in Chicago. So,
Chicago. Oh, man. Ooh, that is going to be a hell of a card, because you see how Jon Moxley can actually throw down when he's, you know what I mean? What can I say? When he's passionate about his pursuits. When he's free?
Yeah, when he's free.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah. You see what he can do, so.
Yeah, and actually, sorry, that's the co-main event. The main event is Adam Page versus Chris Jericho for the inaugural AEW World Championship.
That's going to be monstrous.
Yeah,
should be a good
both
match.
of those matches are going to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all we have so far for the matches. We'll probably find out more in the next couple of weeks. I don't know when AEW TV will start. Let me see here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We're not endorsing them because they haven't sponsored us.
That should be
Although
the TM.
Pusha T did write that, which is pretty gangster.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know when the weekly show is going to air. We don't have a date for that, but it's going to be in the fall. So after All Out, we'll get dates for when they're starting their weekly AEW show, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with week-to-week TV.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're about. Like the whole, I watched the greater percentage of the Monday Night Wars, and you know that in itself was intriguing. But
Yeah, absolutely.
But to see this now, like, who says that AEW didn't study all of what went wrong to make sure it doesn't happen to them?
Oh, I mean, they definitely studied everything that went wrong. I mean, the people that they have working for them were in it usually. You know, like a lot of the people who were in creative there were in WCW. Lance Storm, Dean Malenko. You know, they've got lots of people working with them that know exactly what went wrong at WCW and can hopefully steer them in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that all we got for AEW?
Yeah, that's all I got for AEW this week. That was their big news announcement.
That was big news from AEW. You never know. Honestly, straight up, like, the way I see it is this. We'll promote them all equally, and if AEW decides to, you know, throw some cash our way for talking about them, then why not, right? I'll see why not. WWE overlook people like me and over people like us forever. Like, they got Sam Roberts in them. But, you know what I mean? If we hype up AEW, who knows?
Yeah, we can be the Sam Roberts of AEW.
Yep. I was going to say,
Sam
Jonathan.
Brand Muffin.
Sam the Brand Muffin. All right, so let's get into that WWE business. All right. And it goes as follows. Corbin throws a wrench into Rollins' stomping ground plans. Last Friday was, somewhat surprisingly, a pretty good night for Seth Rollins. Tonight is shaping up to be a different story. The Universal Champion hadn't gotten 2 minutes into Raw before Baron Corbin, his once and future challenger at WWE Stomping Grounds, surfaced to declare that in light of his beef with John Cone at WWE Super Showdown, he'd somehow finagled a special guest referee stipulation for the upcoming title match, with Corbin getting to pick the Zebra himself. We say again, the man is as good at what he does. Still, that's not the worst outcome of the world for the Beast Slayer, right? After all, nobody likes Corbin, so it's unlikely he'd be able to corral anybody to his cause. Not so fast. Corbin had not one but two allies waiting in the wings: Sami Zayn and SmackDown Live wildcard Kevin Owens, both of whom declared their support for San Jose's favorite son, declaring him a better fit for the title than Brock Lesnar-obsessed Rollins. Owens also took issue with the Beast Slayer treatment of Zayn, leading to a spur-of-the-moment decision between KO and Rollins to battle in the main event. What's your take?
It was an interesting segment. I feel like the payoff to this is the best part of it is when it went into the actual match. So we'll get to that part later in the show. But this is an interesting setup. I think these three could make a really good faction if they wanted to. Like KO, Sami, and Corbin. I think they'd be a really good heel faction.
Right. Yeah, I see as much. The same. I get a sip at the whistle.
Yeah, they're all different styles of heel, but they've all got similarities that they can work on and stuff like that. Like it'd be really cool to see that, but I don't know if they're leaning into that or anything, but it could happen.
Okay. Sullivan Savage's Lucha House Party 1 by 1. The Lucha House Party willingly getting themselves disqualified against Lars Sullivan last Friday was pretty odd in its face. But trading a loss for a beatdown that could theoretically damage the Freak's mystique wasn't the worst bargain in the world. Even if it backfired and Sullivan got the last word, the big man was denied the kind of definitive triumph he seemed to be cruising towards in his debut match. Alas, thanks to an elimination match provision added to the rematch, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik weren't so lucky the second time around. Not only did Sullivan single-handedly thwomp each masked man with relative ease, he got the victory without any kind of qualifier attached to it. Kalisto was the first to go, suffering a freak accident almost instantly. Dorado followed via running sit-out powerbomb, and Metalik was the last to fall through Sullivan continually pulled the king of the ropes off the mat just before the count of three so he could keep the match going and continue to brutalize the previously eliminated luchadors. A flying headbutt finally put Metalik down, and Sullivan ended his night with all three of his foes in ruin, cruising towards whatever superstar or superstars who has the misfortune to catch his attention. Clearly, the number mistakes makes no difference. Damn.
Yeah. So, Lars Sullivan still exists. That's cool, I guess. I can't get excited about Lars Sullivan, man. He's boring, and he's too boring to be as much of a trash bag as he seems to be. So.
Wow.
I'm good on Lars Sullivan.
That's all you guys. Damn, Thili. That was. Damn.
He knows what he wants.
Oh, dude.
Like that.
Oh, snap. Okay, potential challengers emerge for Samoa Joe's 20 U.S. title. With all due respect to the 24/7 championship, there may be no field more wide open on Raw than the United States Championship picture. With the title belt back in Samoa Joe's hands thanks to Rey Mysterio's forfeiture, no fewer than 5 superstars have begun circling the Samoan submission machine, each with reasonable grounds for an opportunity. Cesaro and Ricochet have steadily accumulated victories since coming to Raw. Braun Strowman is very intimidating and thus tends to get what he wants. Bobby Lashley has history with Joe. And finally, The Miz had the misfortune of raising Joe's ire in a pre-match Miz TV after questioning the champion's line crossing against the family of Rey Mysterio. After a wild brawl on the set of Miz TV, the champion and his accumulated challengers were shuffled into a six-man tag team that pitted Miz, Strowman, and Ricochet against Joe, Cesaro, and Lashley. But the champ had little desire to play a part in the scramble to determine his next challenger. Joe grabbed the championship and made his exit after he found himself on the wrong end of D's hands, leaving Cesaro somewhat wobbly after administrating a long Cesaro swing to the A-lister, to suffer the combo of Miz's skull-crushing finale and a 630 from Ricochet. Hasty exit aside, it would be premature to label Joe as ducking anybody, given his status as habitual line stepper. Joe clearly doesn't care who challenges him, but given that his crew doesn't have a single scrub in it, he's already vastly underestimated at least one of them. He disrespected the field of its peril.
So, a couple things I like here. One, shout out to whoever wrote this week's Raw review, at least this paragraph, because they used the term habitual line stepper. Shout out, rest in peace to Charlie Murphy. That's from the Rick James Chappelle Show skit. He's a habitual line stepper. The line, and that's amazing that he used that in that. The other cool thing about this was, did you see this match?
No.
So the 630 that Ricochet had landed was, I don't know if it was a little bit of a botch or what, but instead of landing on like the torso like he normally does and rolling off, he landed on Cesaro's leg, and one of his legs was sort of on top of the other one, so it looks pretty bad. I'm hoping Cesaro's not, injured too badly by that, because it was a rough landing. It looked like a little bit of a botch.
Ooh.
But I also like that this sets up like an actual almost like a division for the United States title. Like these are the 6 guys who are in the U.S. title scene right now, and like moving forward, any of them can win it and feud with any of the other ones. Like it seems that way, and I like that it's actually setting something up, which is not something WWE does often, where they're setting up an actual division for a title, other than 205 Live, where it's the whole show. But like they don't usually set up like, hey, these 6 guys are the ones you should be looking at for U.S. title. I think good.
Okay. All right. Nikki Cross inadvertently swings the outcome of a champion versus challengers match. WWE Stomping Grounds is shaping up to be a make-or-break night for both women's champions. Becky Lynch needs to put a stop to Lacey Evans' insurgency and prove becoming a double champ didn't come at a cost of her killer instinct. And Bayley has a chance to rewrite history against Alexa Bliss, who snapped her first title reign a few years ago that sent the huggable one on a long road through the wilderness. If what happened on Raw was any indication, both women have their work cut out for them. Evans and Bliss scored the win in a match that pitted champions against challengers, and the sassy Southern Belle carried the day with the pinfall over the hometown heroine. Ironically, the deciding factor was someone who wasn't even in the match, Nikki Cross, who had come out to ringside in support of Bliss. Evans shoved WWE's Twisted Sister into Becky's path of pursuit during a ringside chase, leading to a woman's right from the Southern Belle that dropped Becky to the ground. And under the radar tag made Evans a legal woman outside Bayley's division. And while the SmackDown Women's Champion sized up Bliss for a Bayley to belly, Evans slid into the ring and cracked Bayley with another woman's right. Cross looked somewhat conflicted over the role she played in the outcome, but Bliss and Evans showed no such qualms. They got their win, and it didn't matter how.
Yeah, so it's hard to see. I'm trying to figure out where they're going. The way I see it, they've got 2 options with the Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross thing moving forward. I think I know which one they're going with, but I think they can go one of 2 ways. They can either go where Nikki realizes what a bitch Alexa is, and after Alexa loses to Bayley, those 2 feud, right? Or I think And in doing so, maybe Nikki goes heel with Alexa. Actually, sorry, swap that. I think the more likely one is that Nikki feuds with Alexa moving forward, and Bayley moves on to somebody else. But I could see a situation where Nikki also goes heel and is teamed with Alexa for a while. Because Alexa, that's been her thing as a heel for most of her like title runs and stuff, right? She's got like a squad of bitches that'll back her up. Like she had Nia Jax, she had Mickey James.
Yeah.
She had for a while Alicia Fox. She had,
did she have a little bit of a shot? No.
What?
No, I was thinking. I thought like, no, it wasn't. That was way back. Never mind.
Yeah, Alexa had Alicia Fox and Mickey James for a while when Nia was like injured or something, or face. I can't remember. But yeah, so I could see them turning Nikki heel because maybe she can go back to being a little bit more fucking crazy. Because right now, what they're doing with Nikki seems a little strange. Like she was so good at that weird, crazy shit, and now they just have her being like a normal, sweet girl who's like being taken advantage of by some, evil little bitch. Like it's weird, but we'll see. We'll see where they go.
True. Okay. The Iconics! Scout for handicapped opponent. Hand-picked opponents, not handicapped opponents. My bad. Gotta read that properly.
Stank on that Iconics pickup this week.
Oh, man. The Iconics!
They got raspy. It was awesome.
Oh, man. Are now the longest reigning tag team in... are the longest reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champions of all time. And as such, they have demanded the best competition the world has to offer. Whether you think they're genuine in that effort or not depends largely on what you think of Lisa Lace and Aliyah Mayas, the two San Jose locals they recruited after what they refer to as an exhausting worldwide search. Peyton and Billy made quick...
Wait, sorry, let me cut in there. Before you move on, I want to make clear, Aliyah Maya would have been a much better name. Her name was Aliyah Mia.
Aliyah Mia, oh.
Oh, it was Aliyah Mia. It was awful.
Well then, Aliyah Maya. Aliyah Mia. Yeah. I said it again the same way.
Aliyah Mia. It was interesting.
Peyton and Billy made quick work of the hand-picked opponents, leading to a ceremony that was perhaps a bit more emphatic than warranted. After all, their foes were visibly outmatched. In other words, if the Iconics want to be fighting champions, they'll need to find better competition. But if they want to make sure the record-setting reign continues, they might just be onto something.
Yes, they are. They're absolutely onto something. Bring in the jobbers. Bring them all in.
Wow.
That's all I want to see. I want to see them squash Jobber week after week after week, and then I want to see the Oriental Express. What's it called?
Oh man.
Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors.
I want to see the Kabuki Warriors beat them for the titles. At either Stomping Grounds or maybe even the next pay-per-view. Like, something. I want to see Peyton and Billy get some weird little victories in over jobbers, because I think this is a pretty genius gimmick. Like, it reminds me of when I think Shane McMahon did that for a while when he was European champion. He would just like bring in crappy jobbers that nobody knew and were like a foot shorter than him and 90 pounds.
Oh man.
Well, so I love the gimmick. I love the Iconics. They're great. So more of them.
More of them, yes. We'll take it.
Yes, more of them. Less of everything else.
Oh man, new Raw Tag Team Champions crowned in wild triple threat match.
Top guys.
If there's one lesson to be taken away from the Revival's last couple of weeks, it's that it pays to be good with Shane McMahon. Not only did Dash and Dawson get a 6-man tag win last week with Shane and Drew in their corner, but they're introduced by Shane in advance of a triple threat title fight that they won, making Top Guys two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. Yes, that means the clock strikes at midnight on the Cinderella story of Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, who looked great in defeat as they were simply overwhelmed by the triple threat chaos. Ryder found himself in the worst end when he took the brunt of a splash from a super kick happy Jey Uso, who traded wins with the Revival alongside his twin brother Jimmy. But unbeknownst to Jey, Scott Dawson had tagged in on him before he took flight for said splash, which made Dawson the legal man. After Jey nailed the splash, Dawson threw him off the pinfall position and stole the win with some help from Dash Wilder, who held Jay's legs to stop him from breaking up the 3 count. The stolen pinfall was enough to hand the Revival the titles, as well as pass to Shane and Drew's Super Showdown celebration. There's champagne waiting for them on ice. Given that Dash and Dawson were getting roasted on their grooming habits and scalded by Uzi Hut below the belt a few weeks ago, that's a remarkable turnaround that can't be overstated.
Yes, it is. God damn it, Top Guys, baby. It was an amazing match, but the only thing I really want to say over and over again is Top Guys.
Oh, snap.
They're the best. They're my favorite tag team in the fucking world right now. They're just so good.
Alright, so close quarters confinement shakes up the 24/7 championship picture. Okay. The 24/7 championship has already taken on the air of a particularly intense social experiment, if not a straight-up test of endurance for reigning champion R-Truth. But the scramble for the title took an odd turn when R-Truth and Carmella found themselves trapped in an elevator with Drake Maverick, EC3, Cedric Alexander, and Heath Slater. Given that the refs who would typically count a pinfall were outside the elevator doors with several other challengers, the chase turned into an impromptu close-quarters therapy session that led to an oddly therapeutic heart-to-heart about Maverick's impending wedding, over which he is very nervous. Less heartening, EC3 is willing to entertain the idea of cannibalism in a life-and-death situation. If you're a believer in a power family, it was strangely reassuring. At the end of the day, all of these superstars care about each other. And if you're just in it to watch the world burn, you are not disappointed on that front. You were not disappointed on that front. Once the elevator resumed operations and the doors opened to reveal several other superstars and a ref, the chase resumed as if nothing had ever happened, and the champion narrowly escaped with the help of Carmella once again. Clearly, the pursuit of the 24/7 champion is all business for Truth's family, but as long as he's champion, it's a business he'll have to deal with.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love the 24/7 segments.
I just want to interject. I just need to interject for a second. There are now 2 colored champions. Just have to say that. Go ahead.
There's no what, sorry?
I said there are now 2 colored champions.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely, certainly, yeah. I mean, R-Truth kills it and deserves it. I love it. And he's destroying it in every single one of these segments that they do. The plane segments were hilarious. The backstage segments are hilarious, where he's, like, setting up disguises and all that crazy shit. All of it's fucking good. And R-Truth is just great at performing it all. So I hope they keep that belt on him for a long time, even if it's like, him losing it a bunch of times and winning it back. Like, I love all of that, so I'm there for it. I do wish the title was better looking still, but it's it is what it is.
True. It's not that bad, but I mean, it could be better.
It could be a lot better. It's pretty hideous.
I don't know why they went with the green title belt, the green strap, but
yeah, I'm not sure why they went with any of that.
Well, Ramblin' Rabbit talks himself into a world of trouble on Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah, the best segment of every week.
Welcome to Firefly Funhouse, where the hits keep coming for Ramblin' Rabbit. Literally. After Mercy the Brother tried to eat the bunny for a second time, Bray Wyatt intervened with the threat of the Fiend and squashed any of Mercy's carnivorous designs. It said giving Ramblin the spotlight. Unfortunately, Ramblin' Rabbit talked himself into an even more grisly fate when he tried to expose what really is going on in the funhouse, leading Bray to smash him repeatedly with a giant mallet painted with the painted face of the Fiend. The good news is that the goo that came out of Ramblin' Rabbit was apparently delicious, leading to the reveal of this episode's sponsor, Ramblin' Rabbit's Bohemian Breakfast Bread. Start your day off with a smash. Just don't ask where it comes from. You might not like the answer.
This is the best segment every week of both shows. Fuck it. Fuck what anybody says. It's so interesting. It's so weird. It's so fucked up. Like, he fucking killed that rabbit this week. And then he fucking licked up the goo. Like, and then he bottled it. Like, it was all crazy. It was all crazy. So we're getting ever closer to the debut, the in-ring debut of the Fiend, I think. And I think that's going to be good. What I hope they do is I hope they do the Fiend and have him just fucking win a bunch of feuds in a row. Like, you know, whoever he faces, he wins for a little bit. And then have him go up against Finn Balor for a while. And then at a pay-per-view, we get the Demon versus the Fiend.
I was thinking that before you even said that. Before you even said all of that, I'm just like, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm just like Finn Balor versus the Demon versus the Fiend. I swear to you, bro.
You have to build the Fiend up first. You have to build him a lot first.
Yeah.
Because no matter who's gonna win that match, whether it's Demon Finn or the Fiend, you have to make sure that it matters that they win, and like make it mean something. And if they're not both coming off of like big win streaks coming into their feud, I don't think it matters.
Are you listening, WWE? I'm sure you have people that are listening to this and wondering, why are these people talking so much sense? It makes so much sense. We have to take their ideas.
Well, it's the weird part is from what we're hearing about backstage stuff and creative and Road Dogg leaving SmackDown because of fighting with Vince. I think they are having these ideas. I think they're not allowed to do them. Like, because like all the stuff I'm saying, like I'm not like a genius booker or anything. I just watch a lot of wrestling, and like have watched a lot of wrestling since I was a little kid. So I understand it, but like these guys understand it just as much as us. But like they get vetoed on shit, and like they realize what ideas get through, and a lot of the ideas that get through are just not that interesting because Vince is, he's older. I love Vince. I don't ever, I want him around for a long, long time. But I think it's getting to that time where he can focus on XFL, which is launching in 2020. Shout out XFL. That'll be awesome.
Oh, that's coming back, eh? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's coming back. He's got that Disney money, bro. Vince got a deal with Disney for the XFL. So it's big thing. ESPN.
Okay.
Which is awesome. So like we're gonna, I think he should focus on that. Let Triple H take over creative at WWE. Still obviously hold your money in it, like make your money, Vince. It's your baby. But like put Hunter in that position. Let him bring his team that he's using in NXT. Let him bring the writing team up. Let him work that through. Let him get his own people in there, and just let him work, like without shutting shit down. Because otherwise, there's young talents that are getting wasted when they come up to the main roster.
Wasted. Okay. And finally, Sami Zayn causes chaos as special outside guest referee during Rollins vs. KO. Forces conspire against Seth Rollins. Baron Corbin will face him in 2 weeks. Kevin Owens wildcarded his way to Raw for a match, and Sami Zayn somehow got himself appointed the special outside guest referee. And we haven't even gotten to Brock Lesnar, who is still Mr. Money in the Bank, and no longer interested in pre-announcing his cash-in, or even pre-announcing where and when he's going to show up. For all the WWE Universe know, as Paul Heyman claimed, the Beast could be here tonight. He wasn't, so that at least remains tomorrow's problem for the time being. And needless to say, Zayn's abuse is already questionable authority led to Rollins losing that main event match with Sami go to the Beast Slayer into laying hands on him, thereby handling KO the disqualification win. All things considered, the increasingly beleaguered John Cone might have gotten to Zayn first, if not for an abundance of professionalism. But Rollins nonetheless ended the night on an up note, tatting Zayn's back with a chair and driving away Corbin, who attempted to get one up on the championship in a post-match sneak attack. It's shaping up to be a long month, or year, or life for Universal Champion Seth Rollins. The good news, as always, is that he seems to be ready to handle it.
Yeah, so this match was hilarious because at the beginning of the match, you know how like the referee will go up and he'll check the wrestlers' pads and stuff, make sure no objects are being hidden,
Yeah.
like that. Well, Sammy came out and first thing he did was start telling John Cone, the referee, how much he loves him. He's like, "Oh, I love you, buddy. You're great. I think you're awesome." And he gives him a hug. And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm gonna trust you in here. You gotta trust me out there." And he goes then to pat down Seth, and he goes so deep when he's checking Seth, like he's pulling up his kick pads and looking under them. And he's like, "You got a knife in there?" You got a knife? And he's like tapping the rib tape that he's got on, asking him if he's got a knife hidden in his rib tape.
Oh, man.
And then it's so good. And then he goes over to Kevin, and Kevin's like, "What's he got under his rib tape?" And Sammy goes, "I thought he had a knife, but he doesn't."
Oh, my goodness.
Then he gives this super like lackadaisical, barely checking of Kevin, like he just goes up and down his leg real quick. He goes, "Oh, he's good too." And as he's walking away, the ref's like, "He didn't check him the same way." And Kevin cuts him off to yell at him and say, "You never touched me like that. You never touched me like that." It was amazing. It was such a good piece of comedy that they pulled off right before a really, really hard-hitting match. That was extremely well done too. So good on Sammy. Sammy, Kevin, and Seth have been friends since Ring of Honor days, so they know how to work off of each other so well.
Okay. That's news to me. But, yeah, okay, so the pros and cons.
So cons, I mean, every week Lars Sullivan seems to be a con. There was very little that I didn't like this week, though. I mean, everything seemed like they were, kind of running on all cylinders. Opening was great. Top guys are the Raw champion, tag team champions, so that's amazing. Miz, Braun, and Ricochet against Joe, Bobby, and Lashley. The setting up of like the United States division.
Joe, Bobby, and who?
Really cool.
Joe, Bobby, and you said Joe, Bobby, and Lashley, but it was Joe, Lashley, and I can't remember who.
Oh, Cesaro. Sorry.
Cesaro. Yeah.
Lashley and Cesaro. My bad. I was reading faster than I was actually looking at the page. Yeah, I mean, all of that was good. And I mean, once again, women's tag team, iconic. They're them with Lisa Lace and Aaliyah Mia. That match was hilarious, even just if you're paying attention to the commentary, because like Graves went to do his normal shtick of like saying like, no, they found amazing competitors and blah blah blah, but he even was like, I can't even do it. Why bother? And like they were all like, it sounded like the commentary was actually having a lot of fun with each other on last night's show. So that was fun too. That was good. I think that's something that AEW needs to fix for their next pay-per-view for All Out. Try to get something a little better going with the commentary team. Try to get them more warmed up or something beforehand.
Camaraderie.
Awkward.
Some camaraderie.
Exactly. And then I mean, R-Truth segment was amazing, and as always, Bray Wyatt is making this show the best thing ever. Like, I love all of those segments. Firefly Funhouse is the best.
I'm still weirded out by it, bro. I have to tell you, I'm still weirded out by it. It's just like, what am I watching? Why am I watching this, huh? But then,
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess. If you look at it that way.
It's twisted, man. It's so twisted. It's so, like, out there. And I just can't wait to see what he does with the team. I hope they introduce him in ring in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, that would be, I think that would be good for the character.
Absolutely. And keep having the Firefly Funhouse thing, too. Like, you don't have to have them both on each show, but, I do want to see, more Firefly Funhouse, but I want to...
Son of a bitch, not you.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in the ring since he got all jacked.
No, we haven't. Oh my gosh. Just had a little bit of a spill here.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy. Nothing major, but still frustrating. When you got a good thing going and you're just like, yeah, let me admire this for a second. Then you do something stupid like, fuck what I admire it for. Let me just, okay. Cool, so you got the first one for SmackDown?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so The Miz and Shane McMahon nearly came to blows on Miz TV. So, again, more Shane on both shows. Still on Cloud 9 after his controversial victory over Roman Reigns at WWE Super Showdown. Shane McMahon joined Miz TV, accompanied by Drew McIntyre and Elias. Their turbulent past still very much present in both of their minds. Miz and Shane O'Mac were at each other's throats from the jump. The A-lister pointed out that Shane's accomplishments were tainted, but Shane insisted that his focus was now on McIntyre putting Reigns down definitively when they square off at WWE Stomping Grounds. Miz continued to come right for Shane's pride, leading to insults being slung back and forth. Finally, Shane hit the A-lister with a proposition. The Miz would get a chance to face off with Shane tonight, but only if he could get through Elias and then Drew McIntyre. All of it would be next.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see this. This is interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't catch it either. I don't even know where I was. Alright, so. Busy week. Oh my gosh. Like you wouldn't believe. Well, you'd probably believe it, but, Alright, so yeah, man, go ahead. You got the momentum.
Alright. Shane McMahon took advantage of the Miz after he attempted to run a grueling gauntlet. With the odds stacked against him, the Miz got a chance to get a piece of Shane McMahon tonight by way of defeating Elias and Drew McIntyre in singles bouts. The A-lister was undeterred by the Mountain View spacing, and with Shane and McIntyre lurking at ringside, he took down the Living Truth with a skull-crushing finale to get one step closer to colliding with Shane O'Mac. That was just the first step for Miz, though. As the Scottish psychopath entered the ring to prey on a worn-down A-lister, Miz battled through and staggers a massive McIntyre at points, but the combination of what he went through against Elias, plus the distractions from Shane and McIntyre's sheer brutality, led to Miz being finished off by a ring-rattling Claymore kick for 3. Despite Miz not being victorious, Shane O'Mac took advantage of the situation by calling for a match against the down and dazed A-lister. Shane O'Mac's plan almost backfired, though, when Miz fired back on Shane. Miz's exhaustion was too much to overcome, with Shane getting the better of him and then placing Miz in his signature triangle hold for a quote-unquote win before another excessive celebration. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If Shane's going back to feuding with Miz, I'm cool with that. That's fine. Like, I don't need to see Shane against Roman Reigns ever again.
No, that was...
Nothing for me.
That devalued Roman so much.
It is huge, like big time. I'm shocked they allowed it to happen the way they did. Like, he basically jobbed out to Shane McMahon at fucking Saudi show. Like, it was crazy.
Yep.
And then, but yeah, Miz versus Shane, they've had matches that I think are really fun. I think they actually work well with each other on the mic also. So yeah, I'm down with that. That's really, really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Where are we at now?
You got, Heavy Machinery
Defeats local competitors. SmackDown Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan and Rowan arrived with intentions of defending their titles against YOLO Country Tag Team Champions in a unification match. However, those plans were diverted when Heavy Machinery arrived to claim that Bryan and Rowan were still ducking their challenge for a SmackDown Tag Team title match. Heavy Machinery were ready to scrap, and Bryan gave them that chance by suggesting that they be the ones to take on the YOLO Country Tag Team Champs. With Bryan and Rowan observing at ringside, Otis and Tucker demolished their opposition, finishing them off with a compactor, clearly proving they belong in the ring with the real tag team champions.
Did this just get introduced this week? I don't remember those last week. When did these fucking YOLO Country?
YOLO County, sorry, YOLO County.
YOLO County. What is this YOLO County?
Hey, bro.
Shit.
Hey, bro. I don't know, bro. I couldn't even tell you.
That's a whole. I think that's a step too far on this goddamn.
Say,
Vince, man.
I was about to say, you're saying that's Vince.
Vince just heard YOLO. Time.
Oh,
Fucking like one of Triple H's fucking daughters said it or something, and Vince is like, YOLO, I like this. Put it on a belt. Like, what is? I don't even understand the point of it.
speaking of putting things on belt, did you see Triple H tweet out that the Raptors are getting a title?
Yeah, everyone gets the title. Triple H and the WWE, they send out world titles to every winning team for like NHL, NBA, NFL, all that. And they make them all custom plate.
Yeah, I know, but like, did you hear that? That's some insane.
Yeah,
That's some insane shit.
Pretty excited.
I
think the custom plates they made for the Raps are fucking beautiful.
I'm still taking credit for the fact that they put custom plates on that belt. I will go to my grave saying that. You don't have to believe me. I know it's true. I have the belt signed by Rikishi before they put on custom plates. I don't give a fuck what a hater say. Oh man. Okay.
I love it.
Where we at? Sonya Deville defeats Carmelo. Really?
Yeah, well, they've been pushing Sonya on social media and stuff lately because it's Pride Month and Sonya's a lesbian, and Sonya actually came out like to the company and everything on Tough Enough during one of the seasons because everyone was talking and they asked her if she was seeing anyone. She said, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend," and like she did like this big interview with WWE.com. She's, they're posting a whole bunch of that stuff. So I'm not surprised she won because they're really pushing her hard right now.
I like the way you diplomatize it because I was about to say they're exploiting her sexuality.
They're using it for. They're a company, so they're going to, right? That's what every single company's doing when they're changing their logos to the rainbows and stuff like that. Like every company's doing it.
Oh yeah, every company's doing it.
Make their money. But like Sonya also wants to. I think she wants to spread, the message to people and stuff like that. So I think it works.
Okay.
Works out both ways.
Okay. No, I ain't got a problem with it. I'm just saying, like, as long as they keep it somewhat classy, because they have a bad habit of going left field with some of their stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like giving birth to a hand and shit. Like.
Bischoff doesn't show up. As long as Bischoff doesn't show up next to reintroduce HLA.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're almost as bad as the 3-minute warning. Except 3-minute warning, someone got their ass beat.
Yeah, 3-minute warning was tough too, though.
Although Carmella has been a stellar friend to R-Truth since the start of his saga with the 24/7 championship, Princess Bella has been put at a disadvantage on the blue brand. The Princess of Staten Island looked to overcome those thorns in her side, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, by squaring off against Deville last night, or on Tuesday night, damn it. It was Tuesday. Either way. Despite Mandy Rose's presence at ringside, Carmella was in rare form, clearly looking for a retribution after Fire and Desire cost her SmackDown Women's title opportunity last week. Princess Mella looked to be closing in on submission victory when she trapped Deville in the code of silence, but God's greatest creation placed Deville's foot on the bottom rope to force a rope break. Carmella struck back when she dropped Mandy with a wicked super kick at ringside. When Mandy Rose once again tried to get involved, but Deville took advantage of the distraction with the second Carmella re-entering the ring, connecting with a vicious step-up knee strike for the controversial win. I think I saw this one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I saw this one.
Sonya's great. Sonya's really good in the ring. Like, she's, so I'm happy she got the win. I hope she gets more matches on TV.
True.
I think she's gonna be feuding with Ember Moon because they broke Ember Moon's Switch.
Her what?
They broke Ember Moon's Nintendo Switch backstage.
Oh. Okay. I thought you meant switches and like from a a twig, like the.
No, yeah, like for beating people.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they broke her Nintendo Switch in a backstage segment, so they're going to. I think they're gonna feud with each other. It's a weird way to start a feud, but whatever gets her on TV.
Yep. Bayley defeats Nikki. Oh no. New Day engaged in a war of words with Ziggler, Owens, and Zayn. Zaz? Are we gonna call them Zaz? Soz?
Oh, Zaz. Oh my god. Fuck that.
Oh man.
Get out of here, Vince.
With Big E medically cleared for competition. The Zaz experience. With Big E medically cleared for competition, the New Day shifted their focus to the task that awaits them tonight. A 6-man tag team match against Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. However, their opposition interrupted, with the show-off insisting that all of Kofi Kingston's success should have been his. The New Day fired back by promising that Ziggler, KO, and Zayn would get all that was coming to them tonight.
So Ziggler comes back, cuts that drama student promo about it should have been me. It should have been mine. Your success should be mine. And now he has just cut that same promo in slightly different words 100,000 fucking times since then. It's like, Dolph, stop it. Just stop it.
Just heel, Ziggler.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Just be a bad guy, but you gotta change the words up. Like, you gotta change up the content of what you're saying, especially now that you've lost to him. Like, once it has to change up, it can't just be should be me, give it to me, blah blah blah. Like, it just comes across so weird and not interesting at all.
It's almost borderline effeminate. And I'm not saying.
Like, I mean, it's just whiny. It's just crybaby shit.
Yeah.
And like, crybaby heels are very rarely interesting. Like, you want heels to be interesting characters, and him, whining and saying it should have been me when we all saw him, duck out of WWE for a few months. Like, that's on him. Like, we all know it's on him, and it's just whiny, blah blah blah, and nobody wants to hear it anymore. Like, I haven't heard anybody talking positively about these Dolph promos.
Nope.
The first one.
Alright. You want to get the next one?
Sure. Bayley defeats Nikki Cross. With her newfound friend Alexa Bliss in her corner, Nikki Cross looks to tear through SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley in one-on-one competition. The goddess has been filling Nikki's head with allegations that the hugger isn't as sweet as she seems. Oh, by the way, on Raw, did you catch the commentary right after the segment of Bliss and Cross talking backstage?
No.
So Alexa said she's not really a hugger, or she's not the hugger that she seems to be, and Renee Young asked Corey Graves, "Did Alexa call Bayley a hooker?"
Yes, I heard that. I did hear that.
That was hilarious. I was like, did they just say that on Raw? Like, did they just say the word hooker on fucking live TV on Raw right now?
Yeah, buddy.
Like, that seems like it's out of their PG fucking terms usually. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, so telling Nikki that Bayley liked several disparaging tweets about her last night.
don't know. I'm a fan of Nikki Cross. I like her energy. I like the way she's just like a powder keg.
Yeah, no, I love Nikki.
She's just awesome. Like, heel or not, like, I've seen her as a heel with Sanity in NXT.
Yep, she was great.
Yeah. So, you know, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Alright.
Rest in peace, Sanity. Rest in peace to that faction. That was an amazing faction that got split up way too soon and with
no reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever they split that up.
Yeah,
well, no given reason.
Alexander Wolf, you're now in NXT UK and you're in, what's his name? You're in, fucking, what's his name? Walter. You're in Walter's posse now. Like, okay, weird. Killian Dane, back down to NXT. With who? Nobody. Okay. That's cool.
Okay, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll see. I don't know, man. That was a bad decision on, let's be honest, Vince's part.
Yep. Can't tell Vince he made a bad decision, because then you'll end up fire. Alright. The New Day. Speaking of fire, the New Day, bat, with the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. Defeated Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. The WWE Champion Kofi Kingston looked to yet again vanquish the three superstars that have been coming for his head since he captured the title. But this time, his New Day brothers by his side as Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E clash against Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in the Blue Brand's main event. In the clutch, Ziggler accidentally nailed Zayn with a super kick, which allowed Kingston to strike with two Trouble in Paradises, one to the show-off, which shook him out of commission, then another to Zayn, which secured the victory for the New Day. The New Day was back, and yep, they still clearly rocked.
Fuck yeah, New Day rocks.
New Day rocks.
Awesome. I love that. You know, we'll see where they're going to go with this. I still have my fingers crossed that we are not going towards a Big E heel turn. That would be devastating. If Big E turns on New Day to go with Ziggles again.
I think they've been going too long for that, but geez, man, that's like WWE math is looking convincing.
I don't want it to happen. It would be so sad. But yeah, I mean, we will see. So we'll see where they're going with that. He's facing Ziggler again in a just standard match, right?
Nope, it's a cage match.
I thought the cage match was
Nope.
Oh.
Cage match at Stomping Ground.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, I think if Big E is going to turn heel, that's when we know by. I think we know by that, like, the end of that cage match will tell us everything we need to know about that. Oh, man. That's fucked.
You have me on edge now, man. You have me on edge trying to figure out what's going to happen. So,
I got myself on edge thinking about it because I'm like, I don't want that to happen. So I'm just trying to, all I'm trying to think about is like, okay, well, maybe it won't happen. It doesn't look like it's happening. It shouldn't happen. But then I'm like, cage match. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
It's a good place to turn on somebody.
Usually happens. Either they get turned on or someone shows up.
Yeah, exactly. Some type of shenanigans are going down in a cage match, so we'll see.
Shenanigans.
Scary shit. That's some scary shit.
Alright. So, pros and cons to SmackDown Live.
I mean, if you know, to be totally fair, I didn't watch it. I'm going to actually watch it after this. It sounds like it was a really good show overall. Yeah, I mean, positives, I think Shane moving back to Miz from Roman is a good idea. I think Sonya, once again, Sonya getting a TV push and looking like she's going to get a feud with Ember. That'll be awesome.
Okay.
I love that Big E's back. That's
Of
a
course.
huge goddamn positive. And the Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Bailey stuff is interesting as hell to me right now because I'm, I don't know which way they're gonna go with it, and it seems, and I like when they can kind of trick me like that, so that's good. Negatives, I don't know. I just want less overall Shane. Like I don't need him on those shows.
I hear you.
Oh, and Ziggler's promos. I'm done with Ziggler's promos, dude. I'm good on Ziggler's promos, and Shane McMahon, I'll take about half as much of him. And
or at least do something more exciting, damn it.
See what?
Or at least do something exciting. Like,
yeah, exactly.
fight through the arena, or like,
fuck. Yeah, if it was fun, I'd be down. I'd be like, yo, this is cool. Shane's doing cool shit all the time. But instead, it's just like, oh, okay, Shane's talking and being, a spoiled child of privilege. Like, I don't know, like, what's the interesting part there? There's nothing. At least it was fun when he was calling Mrs. Dad a fucking baked potato.
Baked potato, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so where are we at now? We already talked about AEW. You just got the Raw rundown, the SmackDown snapshot.
Yeah.
Looks like we got to do some NXT.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not quite UFC, but Bellator 222 was last night, and that was a really good card. The main card was awesome. Rory McDonald, Canadian boy, he beat Neiman Gracie, who is one of the more recent of the famed Gracie family of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Lyoto Machida defeated Chael Sonnen via TKO with a crazy knee to the face and punches in the second round. Chael then retired, so Chael is officially done with fighting for good this time. Dylan Dennis, who is Conor McGregor's protege and wrestling coach, Dylan Dennis defeated Max Humphrey with a crazy submission and a hell of a lot of ground and pound in the first round. So he kind of proved himself last night to be a pretty scary contender coming forward. And then there was a couple other crazy knockouts. There was one punch. There was one knockout where the guy punched Buddy so hard right in the nose, it was like somebody hit the power switch on him. Like he was unconscious before he hit the ground, and then when he hit the ground, he smashed his head off the fucking canvas.
Oh, damn.
That was rough. Like it was a crazy night of fights in Madison Square Garden. So that was really cool. And for UFC stuff, I mean, coming up in 2 weeks, I think it is. Not 2 weeks. That's a while. Coming up next week, we have. Sorry, 1 second. We have Fight Night 154. We have the Korean Zombie who's fighting Hanato Makano, which is going to be a great fight. We have John Lineker versus Rob Font, another great fight. Brian Barberina versus Randy Brown, amazing fight. And Kevin Holland versus Alessio Di Chirico, who I've not heard of Alessio. Kevin Holland is a bad motherfucker, though.
Okay.
So that's a really good card. There's a couple cool fights on the prelims too. Violent Bob Ross, aka Luis Pena, is fighting Matt Wyman. That's going to be an interesting fight. They're both bad motherfuckers. And Dan Ige is fighting Kevin Aguilar, so that'll be good. But then coming up the week after that, June 29th, is a big ESPN card. Francis Ngannou is fighting Junior Dos Santos in the heavyweight division. The winner of this is likely to be the next number one contender for the heavyweight title. And yeah, I mean, Francis Ngannou, I don't think he's been very impressive the last few fights he's had, but he's definitely got the ability to knock someone out of their And also, well, actually, they're supposed to be on that card. It's supposed to be Tyron Woodley versus Robbie Lawler, but Tyron Woodley has a broken hand, so he can't fight.
Any talks on who's replacing him?
Pardon me?
Any talks on who's replacing him?
I mean, yeah, the replacement is Francis Ngannou and Junior Dos Santos.
Okay.
They're being moved up to the main event from his co-main. The other one that is right after that, July 6th is the next pay-per-view. So we'll talk about this more a little closer to it. But John Jones is defending his title at light heavyweight against Thiago Santos. Women's bantamweight champion and, in my opinion, the greatest female fighter of all time, Amanda Nunes, is defending her title at bantamweight against Holly Holm. That's an interesting fight because if anybody remembers who Holly Holm is, Ronda Rousey, when she first came back to UFC after a little time off, she got knocked out by Holly Holm. That was the first time she had ever lost. Ronda had lost, and Holly Holm knocked her out cold. And then she went away for a while, and she came back, and Ronda fought Amanda Nunes at that point, and Amanda Nunes knocked her out even faster than Holly did. So we got the two Ronda killers facing off. The difference is Holly Holm lost to Cyborg, and Amanda Nunes beat Cyborg in 60 seconds. So I think Amanda Nunes got this. She, like I said, in my opinion, she's the greatest female fighter of all time. But if anybody can pull an upset on her, Holly Holm is a good choice. So that's going to be a great fight. That same card, a big fight for me, is Jorge Masvidal, or as his opponent likes to call him, George Masvidal, is fighting Funky Ben Askren.
Okay.
Ben Askren is 19-0, coming off a controversial win against Robbie Lawler, which I don't actually think is controversial, but some people do, so I guess that makes it why it is.
Okay.
But yeah, that's going to be an interesting fight. I'll send you a thing for you to check out after. Somebody made a fan poster for the event, and it's pretty goddamn hilarious. They made it into a Greek painting sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
And you can, I just sent it to you on Facebook there. But it's pretty hilarious because Jorge Masvidal got pretty famous recently for getting into a fight backstage while he was being interviewed. He was being interviewed by by Megan O'Leary from UFC, and Leon Edwards started talking shit to him from off camera.
Yeah.
And Jorge walked off camera and punched Leon Edwards in the face 3 times and almost knocked him out.
Oh, wow.
And he got super famous off of it because people asked him what he did, why he did it. He's like, he was talking shit, he wanted that 3-piece and a soda.
Oh, man. 3-piece and a
If
soda.
you look at that poster, if you zoom in on Jorge Masvidal, he's got a little platter in his hand, and on that platter is 3 pieces of chicken and a drink of soda.
Oh, man. I see that. Okay. Ha!
That fan picture's great.
The story behind the picture.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's UFC, Bellator.
Yeah. Yep, that's UFC.
W.
And for New Japan, New Japan had their Dominion pay-per-view last weekend. From what I've heard, Jericho did not win the IWGP Heavyweight title, but he did end up having a new feud set up for after it. So we'll see. I haven't seen who that is yet, though. I'm a little bit behind, and I'm going to be watching that probably tomorrow.
All right.
We can talk more about Dominion next week.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. The next pay-per-view for the WWE is Stomping Ground. That's happening on not next week. Is that next week?
Let me see.
Yeah, I think it's next week.
2019. Yeah, June 23rd.
Next week. week for Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers and everything. I didn't shout out the fathers on the Terrell Effect, but shout out to fathers doing the thing, you know what I mean? Big up to yourself, you know what I mean? The uncles holding it down as well.
Absolutely. Big shout out to the uncles holding it down.
You know what I mean? Father types, you know? Oh, man. What else? I think that's about it for us. Well, you got...
I think that's it. I think we were hella concise today.
Yeah, man. I was about to say, shoot, we got done in under an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Don't worry, people.
Actually, an hour and 5 minutes because we started it at 4, didn't we?
Yeah, almost right at, well, an hour and 7 minutes according to this tape.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so, yeah, well, thank you for tuning in to Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock.
Yeah, all day.
Tune in next week where we'll have more from the WWE, the UFC, the NXT, and all other acronyms that might not rhyme with an E sound.
Yeah, anywhere people are punching each other in the face, we'll talk about it.
You see it. You got your backyard brawls? Holla at us. We'll promote them.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing commentaries on World Star Hip Hop Fight compilations.
Oh man, you know what? We should start downloading those, and then just get the reaction, the Twitch reaction. Yeah, man, bet.
We could do that. That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Bet. Saying it. All right. So before we give away any more of our ideas, bless up, block out.
Black out.
Bop.